Yo guys, what's going on? Flowlang here, back for another video, and today I'm going to be doing an educational Rocket League video on the top 10 tips for beginners that are starting Rocket League. So if you guys enjoy, make sure to subscribe. If you are new, I do post a lot of gaming videos, and smash the like button if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. But anyways, let's get into the video. Alright guys, my first tip is to change your camera settings or just adjust your camera settings. So all you've got to basically do is go to options and then go to camera and basically just do your camera settings and just change them up a bit. So for me, I would turn camera shake off because it just makes your gameplay smoother instead of it being shaking all there. But basically you can do what you want here, but I just think this is a better one than just the default. So if you wanted to copy mine, that is fine. I'm not going to make this tip too long. It's basically pretty easy, just copy this. So anyways, we'll go on to the next tip. My second tip is going to be with the top hats. So basically all you have to do is go to garage, customize car, go all the way to the hat symbol, and these are basically the hats. This is not really an important tip, but I would just like to mention it. Sometimes wearing a hat or a topper can be a little bit distracting. You don't have to do this, it's fine to just put a hat on, but most people prefer without it because it can be distracting. That goes to the same with the antennas. They can still be a little bit distracting, but it's really up to you. It doesn't matter either way. So I'm just going to go on to the next tip. Here we go. Here, my third tip is probably one of the most important ones, and that is basically free play mode and training. So all you have to do for this is go to play, and then you will see training, and you can do free play, custom, aerial, all of these. But for these, you can just go into free play, and you can basically just accept that, because training is one of the most important things, and it is very good to improve your skill. So even just practicing shots like that, trying to get it in, it all really helps in trying to get a goal. So even just practicing like that, it all really helps in lots of areas. So even trying to do some harder shots, try some dribbling. As you can see, I am not the best player, so I should probably do more of these. Even when just starting to load into a game, you can just hop into free play mode and try and practice your goal shooting and all of that. Do some dribbling. Practice your aerodynamics, your movement. Just get basically warmed up before the game. So I'd probably do this just before, when I just hop on, just to get warmed up. And if you do this every day before you start playing Rocket League, I will promise you there will be big improvements. This is probably the best way to get an improvement over beginning players, is to basically just go into training and do all of this. Anyway, let's get on to the next tip. My next tip, tip 4, is to be patient and don't rush. This is probably one of the most underrated tips beginners can be given when starting Rocket League. When I was first starting Rocket League, let's just have an example here. Let's say the ball's up in the air. Heaps of people were just absolutely rushing in there to get the ball. But what I figured out is you just got to be patient and wait for the ball to get to the right height. Because probably when you're starting Rocket League, you're not going to be able to know how to do aerials and fly in there and get that to that quick. So when starting and just starting Rocket League, the best thing to do is not try and get up there and think you're all good. Be patient, and then when you get higher on, you get better, your skill gets better, you can rush those balls because you have the skill after doing heaps and heaps and hours of Rocket League. So it's basically super easy. You just have to be patient, wait for the ball, and that's basically it. So we'll go on to the next tip. My fifth tip and next tip is to not be selfish. Let's say you're playing a 3v3 and you're both going for the same ball, you should be the one backing off, because probably most case scenario you're both going to hit it and it's not going to go where you want it to go. So what I will do is, let's say it's in the air, you're both going for it, just back away from it and let your teammate or your friend have the ball and try and hit it. Even if you're in the better position and you don't know your teammate, you should be the one still backing off, because either way you're helping your team and your teammate get closer to scoring a goal. Here's another example. Let's say you are playing Rocket League 3v3 and both your teammates are up trying to score a goal. You can't be selfish and go and say, oh, I want to get a goal too. You have to be the one to go back into goal and defend your goal, just in case they come back with the ball and try to score. So basically that is all I have to say about this tip, is to not be selfish. Pretty easy, but also very important at the same time. Anyways, we'll go on to the next tip. My sixth tip and my next tip is play lots of casual and / learn from your mistakes. So if you think getting good is just playing heaps of competitive and absolutely sweating, it isn't all that. It is also just playing casual and basically just trying to get a good understanding of the game, and don't be sad when you're not on top of the leaderboard for your team. As long as you know that you contributed for your team, that's basically all that matters. Even if you make a mistake, just try and cost your team a goal. Try and think about how that happened and you can improve next time. Also just trying to be aware that you don't always have to go up for every ball and try and fly for that. That stage will come. But anyways, let's go on to our next tip. The seventh tip is double jumping and just basically the basic movements of Rocket League. So if you want to try this out, all you gotta do is go to play, click that, you should all know it, training, free play, you can click whatever arena you want, and then just click accept and we'll get into it. So here we go. So let's say, turn ball cam off. So let's just go up here and let's say someone's got the ball all the way down there and you want to try and get it. All this is basically is go forward and then double jump like that, and look how much faster you can get over there instead of just going like this. And it's even probably faster than boosting. You can also go this way and that way to get movements on the ball. So let's say you're here and you want to hit the ball there, just jump like that and you have the ball here. So all these movements are super good in a game, to go there and there, go from behind, go forward, and it's really easy. Just got on your left joystick if you're on controller like me, you just go forward if you want to go forward, go sideways if you want to go sideways, go the other way, and it's just really helpful in a game if you know these movements than other players. This gives you a much better advantage of getting the ball in those places where players who don't know how to do this can't get it. But anyways, let's get on to the next tip. My 8th tip is going to be about cars, hitboxes, and tips with that cars, and which cars are a bit better than others. So for this, you just have to go to garage, customize car, and you'll see here all the bodies or the cars you have. So my first thing about the cars is there are some cars that are better than others. The two cars that I have here that are probably better than others is going to be just the default Octane. A lot of pros use this because of the hitbox, and it is much easier to hit and to get comfortable with the ball. Same as this one, it basically has the same hitbox as the Octane and is much easier to hit. Also, when you are starting off with your car, don't get mistaken by these cars that look really cool. I use this one because I am just really used to it. So this is my next tip: is when you choose a car, doesn't matter what car, you should be trying to use that car as much as you can and get used to it. As you can see, it will track your wins. Let's say I've got 14 there, I've got 26 here, and it basically, you just get more comfortable and you know how to hit the ball with that car better than the other cars. So that's it for this tip. Let's get on to the next tip. My 9th tip is going to be about ball cam. So let's just say you go, you start up the game and you don't realise when you press triangle and try again that it actually says ball cam and then it goes away. So basically, I was not, when I first started Rocket League, I was not using ball cam. Then I put ball cam on and I was actually using it. As you can see here in this gameplay, here's some gameplay of me not using ball cam, and now I am using ball cam. So ball cam basically just does where it basically just locks onto the ball and you can see the ball all the time, which is very helpful. Some players might not like it, but if you give it a week or two, and you will become very comfortable, and you will see a much bigger improvement in this. Because, I don't know, it's just, let's just say the ball's coming from behind you, it's just going to be so much harder to get your joystick and try and look around and see it. When you don't have to worry about that, you can just worry about how you're going to hit the ball, who you're going to pass the ball to, and just let ball cam do all the work for you, because it's just so much easier. But we'll get on to our next tip. My 10th tip is basically about friends and competitive. So this might not apply for all people, but I just thought I had to add this in. So if you want to play competitive, which is where you get points and all that, your best chance at actually ranking up and winning a lot of games and progressing through the ranks is just to get a friend, someone that loves to play Rocket League as much as you. Grind that every day or whenever you can and build up that chemistry, so you don't have to play competitive straight away. Just make sure you can play that friend as much as you can, and then maybe after like a few weeks or even a month to really strengthen that chemistry, you can go into competitive, and you can trust me, instead of just getting into a random duo game which you don't know your teammate about anything, you can just go in there and you guys know you got that chemistry, your bond, the communication, and you trust me, you will win a lot of games and you will rank up really quick with this tip. That is my final tip, so I'm going to end it up here. If you guys enjoy and found this helpful, make sure to subscribe if you enjoy. I do post gaming videos, and give the video a like if you did find it helpful. But I'm going to go. Have a good day.